All right, welcome to the Yieldverse, and today we're gonna do a speed run to get a double-digit yield on Bitcoin. Let's go. Today we're gonna use iBTC for this strategy, and we're gonna start off with. So you'll probably have to start off with like getting IBTC. You can get it on garden.finance or on Curve's DEX. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to CurveFi. We're gonna go to Curve because we already have iBTC. All right, so we are on Curve Finance right now. We'd like to go to Curve Lend because this is where the lending markets exist. You could collateralize your iBTC for Curve USD, which is Curve stablecoin tool. So now we're gonna have to move to Arbitrum because that's where the markets are. And yeah, here we go. Here's iBTC with 13.2% borrow APY. And then there's other alternatives, which is like totally custodial, not your keys, not your Bitcoin, right, guys? All right, cool. So let's go to the iBTC market. It's 13.2% APY. Let's create a loan and then let's just put in some Bitcoin. This looks good. We're putting in $200 in collateral. Uh, or let's just call it $150 in collateral. And then we take out like $100 in Curve USD while keeping like a very safe, healthy position. You can, of course, this is something that you take care of based on your risk appetite. You could also leverage here. So that's always an option to amplify your yield. And of course, like the double digit I'm talking about in terms of yield right now, that's gonna get much higher if you leverage. So double digit is like with fairly lower liquidation risk. So right now we're getting a loan from Curve Lend, and it's a little slow sometimes, so it's okay. Cool. So we've received the loan. Cool. Let's go. So yes, we've got $100 in Curve USD. Now the next step is to take this Curve USD to stake it in DeFi money. I will show you DeFi money first, just to show you where we want to end up Curve money. So this is DeFi.money. This is another CDP that you can leverage to generate yield. And then for this, what you need to do is you need to go to the earn section and see what's happening here. So there's staked money, which is locking up the stable coin to get a 30.83% APY right now. This varies between 8 to 50% usually. So there are some times when the yield on S money becomes slightly lower than the borrow rate on IBTC, but that's usually very transient. So more often than not, you'll be above like a 35% APY based on like the pattern that I've been seeing since last 2 odd months. DeFi Money is a fairly new platform, but they're backed by the best. They use the same Llama risk technology, which also is tax curve blend. So yeah, we need to stake money, and it is gonna happen on Optimism. So we're on Arbitrum right now. So cool. So we have the Curve USG. Let's just bridge the Curve USG to Arbitrum. We're gonna use Jumper Exchange to bridge to Optimism. So to Arbitrum and then crvUSD. So then to Optimism and then all of it. So you lose about 80 cents in the transaction, which is fine. At larger scales, it matters a lot less. It's $100 right now. Also, we've approved the spending cap, and now we should soon get our Curve USD on Optimism. Change. Cool. See what happens. Cool. So we've got like a spending request that we need to confirm. The bridge is completed, and now just the token allowance is done. The final swap is happening. And yeah, one last transaction to sign. And we're gonna get back 99.5, which is just 50 cents less than the original Curve USD that we wanted to swap into, which is great. It's just 50 cents in fees. Fantastic. Wow. Less than 50 cents in fee is fantastic. Cool. So now we have Curve USD on Optimism. Now the next step is to get it to DeFi money, and then for that we'll need money. And then for that, we'll use Curve's DEX because the best concentrated liquidity pools for stables is here. That's Curve Finance for you. Best. Cool. So change the network to Optimism this time because we've bridged. Cool. So we've got OP, and then we're gonna select the markets for this. This is going to be crvUSD, converting into money. So you can of course check the contract addresses on CoinGecko if you want to be extra sure. So we're gonna swap. Let's approve the spend. Here we go. This is confirmed now. Cool. So the spending is approved. Now let's just go ahead and swap it up, swap it into money. This looks good. So the swap is complete now. Now we have money. We're gonna go back to DeFi money for this again. So now we have money on Optimism that is sorted. We just need to come here, as you can see. So on the DeFi, just to remind you, DeFi money platform, earn section, and then this is just right on your face. 30.83% APY. That's perfect. Let's just stake it. All right, we're done. Like we can go to our portfolio, see the balance, all of it is logged. This is the current APY. We'll start the money coming in here. And then once you're done, you can just play some music here and chill out as you make money on your Bitcoin. So yeah, this is it. This is a strategy. All in all, in summary, what you do is iBTC is the name of the game. What essentially happens is you can acquire iBTC by swapping through Garden Finance. That's like a native Bitcoin to an iBTC swap. And then if you have sort of native Bitcoin, if you have something on EVM, you could use Curve Finance, Curve's DEX, swap into iBTC. And then once you have iBTC at hand, you can borrow against iBTC using Curve Lend. By the way, holding iBTC also gives you iBTC points that you can see on the dashboard on the website once you connect your wallet. And also, once you use the iBTC in DeFi, say for example, Curvland in this case, you get 5 times more iBTC points, which is just 5 times more fun. And then we've also got stablecoin yield. So once you have got the Curve USD from your, you essentially bridge it to Optimism. There's also a native bridge on DeFi money that you can use. Um, and once you have money on Optimism on DeFi money, you can stake it to earn a 30% APY right now. The APY is dynamic and the math is very simple. You're making 30% on DeFi money. Your borrowing rate was 13% on Curve Lend. So that's a 17% cap. So that's a 17% you could make. And then there's gas that you need to account for, and then some variations here and there. And this would essentially bring you to around 12 to 15% in real yield on an average over a period of time, which is fantastic. This is real yield on Bitcoin. And this was me. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. Have a good one.